And and I am telling you, I'm not fumbling. You're the best John I've ever known. There's no way I'm gonna get my fumble on. What up, y'all? Yo, Urban Therapy is Sun 752. This is the Daily Go Get It Business Show. Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, we made it through another week. And I'm so glad to be here. And I'm glad that y'all here too. Tonight, we are talking about the times when you fumbled them and when they fumbled you. Do y'all know what I'm talking about when I say fumble? Well, nowadays in today's little hit lingo, when people say that somebody fumbled them, they mean that they didn't do them right in a relationship. They mean that they didn't treat them right in a relationship. They mean that they did everything to let them go instead of doing the things that would make them stay. And that's the reason that we're not even here today. We wasn't separated. We were very united, but now we was all that fussing and fighting, and it finally came down because you wasn't listening to me then, and you're not listening to me now. So that's what we talking about today on the Daily Go Get a Business Show, man. How y'all feeling, man? Y'all good? You good, Carol Chamberlain? Me favorita. You know what I'm saying? Miss you, ma. Good to see you. What up, Stacey White? Good to see you too. Yes, T Carry right morning, noon, and night. It's good to see you too. Yeah, the times when you fumbled somebody. Have you ever fumbled somebody? You know, a lot of times people don't want to admit that they fumbled somebody. You know, when you say that you fumble somebody, really you are bearing the entire responsibility of the reasons that the two of you are no longer together. And also, when I hear somebody say that somebody fumbled them or that they fumbled somebody else, it kind of means to me that I kind of wish that we were back together, but we're not. It would have been nice if we were back together, but we're not. I didn't really do what I was supposed to do. I was immature. I was young. I wasn't ready. I was feeling myself and sowing my wild oats. And I don't really know when I got my coat to go on outside instead of staying inside the Netflix and chill. And I wish that I would, but I will. The next time I get my chance, but right now we are separated, songs off, can't dance. So, I think that once you get to the point where you can actually admit that you fumbled somebody, I wonder if the other party really feels like you fumbled them. You know, not everybody in this world is ashamed or afraid to admit that they haven't done the right things. A lot of us are. A lot of us really don't want to ever take responsibility. We don't ever want to say that we were wrong. We don't ever want to say, well, I could have done things better. Or we don't want to look inside of ourselves to really do some type of self-evaluation to to you know make a proper assessment and evaluation, even just to calculate the damage that has been done. And I think that in every relationship there are things that both parties could have done different in order to make a better result. But what happens when the result that you were looking for was separation or breaking up or maybe even hurting somebody's feelings? Just keeping it a buck. There may have been times in your life where you didn't want to do right by somebody. Listen, man, what I mean? It happens. There may have been times in your life where you were hell bent on revenge, and not even against the person that you were with. Somebody could have hurt your feelings before. Somebody could have hurt your feelings a long time before, or somebody could have consistently. There could have been people who consistently hurt your feelings, consistently made you feel bad, consistently messed over you, and you said that, look, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back at the entire gender. Like, you could be a female and you got tired of men messing all over you, fucking you over, dissing you, humiliating you, making you feel bad, making you try, and making your efforts of trying worth nothing. And you said, well, you know what? I'm gonna get these niggas back. I'm gonna get these niggas back. Look, I'm about to overcharge them for what they did to the Cold Crush, for what you did to the Cold Crush. And that's a hip hop reference, meaning like how rap groups back in the day got bad record deals. and they didn't make any money from record sales, didn't get any royalties and all that kind of stuff. And they had hit records. So they got this. So rappers of today who know more about the record industry and how to make sure that they make more money and a lot of money, maybe even the majority of money when it comes to their marketing, promotion, their points, and their publishing. You know, they're making sure that they don't get jerked by the record companies. So when we flip that over, and we're talking about times in your relationship where you may not have wanted to do right by anybody. Maybe you straight up and down wanted to make a statement to all of these men out here or all of these women out here. Like, yeah, these chicks out here always talking about they sugar and spice and everything nice. That's what they told me since I was a kid. And they told me that I always have to make sure that I treat girls right. Make sure I never put my hands on them in the wrong way. Make sure that I don't argue with them. Make sure that I never make them cry. Making sure that I always protect them, stand by them, and service them, buy them things, and treat them really, really nice. But yeah, I did all of those things. And what happened? What happened? I got shitted on. I got dissed. I got left for another dude and all that kind of stuff. I got embarrassed. So for the next woman who deals with me, I'ma tear them down like a wrecking ball. Tear them down. I like a wrecking ball. I'm about to tear down the project building tenement, and I know that I said it meant what I did and I meant to do. Yo, you think that I made a mistake? No, I did it right, for God's sake. All right. So that's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show. The times when you fumbled somebody and somebody fumbled you. Which one has a greater impact on your life, y'all? Which one has a greater impact on your life? Have you been fumbled more times than you have done fumbling? Have you ever fumbled anybody? Listen, I haven't lived your lives, and I can't tell anybody what y'all have done if I haven't witnessed it. But I'm interested to know. Have you ever been in a situation where you feel like you have fumbled somebody? You know, I mean, you may not have done it by mistake. I mean, you may have done it by mistake. You may not have done it on purpose. It may have been a situation where you thought that it was one thing where it was another thing. You know how we was talking last night, and I asked y'all a question. I asked y'all the question, Carol. You wasn't here, so you know, I mean, you ain't get a chance to answer the question. But I asked them last night. You know what I asked them last night, Carol? I'm gonna tell you what I asked them last night. Last night I asked everybody, have you ever broken up with somebody first because you heard or that you thought that they were going to break up with you? Yes, it's childish. Yes, it's immature, but sometimes it happens. And you got to do whatever you got to do to protect your own heart. And sometimes it's more than your heart. Sometimes it's your heart and your ego, your pride. And sometimes your heart, your ego, and your pride are all in the same space. They hanging out with each other, giving each other pounds, giving advice to each other, giving each other pep talks and all that kind of shit. Well, so it happens. It happens, son. I mean, it happens. But has it ever happened to you? Have you ever fumbled somebody? And if you did, I'm saying, like you didn't die that day. You didn't perish away that day. Not everybody is fumbled the same. People who claim to have been fumbled, people who claim to have fumbled. Not everybody is the same. And I want to ask y'all something about this fumbling thing. I got some important questions to ask y'all tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to fumbling, because I believe that there are different ways that people can be fumbling, because that people can be fumbled and people can be fumbling others. I have to ask questions about those differences, because the way you want to be treated may be different than the way I want to be treated. And the way the next woman wants to be treated may be different than the way this woman wants to be treated. The way this man wants to be treated might be different from the way this man wants to be treated. We all know that through our dating experiences and stuff. We find out that not everybody is a carbon copy of the last one, no matter how much they might look alike, no matter what other similarities they may have in other categories. It doesn't mean that they're all going to like the same things in the same way at the same time, in the same ways, So if we are saying that when someone says that someone fumbled them, we are basically saying that somebody didn't do them right. But we are also indicating, intimating, insinuating that we did everything right on our behalf. We said the right things. We did the right things. We sat back, relaxed, and chilled. We didn't get all hyped. We didn't expect too much. We didn't do too much. We were definitely on 350 for the oven. We were good at 350 for the oven, baby. We ain't trying to overcook nothing, undercook nothing. We at that right rate. But is it true? So what I'm really asking is, have you fumbled somebody if you haven't made your expectations of them clear? Can it be that you fumbled them? You made them think that you wanted one thing when you wanted a whole totally different thing. And then when they didn't deliver the thing that you really wanted because you didn't make those expectations clear, you didn't communicate those expectations. Did they fumble or did you fumble? Can you fake a fumble? I've never seen that in sports. It sounds a little too risky. There's money involved. But can you fake a fumble? You can fake all the other plays. You can fake a kick. You can fake a punt. You can fake a kneel. At the end of the game, somebody can say, you can make the other team think that you are going to kneel down on the ball and run out the clock. And you can fake that kneel, make a play, make another score, run up the score. Maybe you were trying to do whatever you needed to do in order to satisfy Vegas. You know those betting lines. But can you be held responsible for fumbling if you didn't make your expectations clear? Like, how was I supposed to know how to treat you when I kept asking you, what do you like? What do you want? And you just kept telling me to figure it out. Well, you should know. You know what I mean? You should know how a woman wants to be treated. So treat me like a woman. Treat me like a lady. If that happens, did you fumble them or did they fumble you? Because you definitely had the opportunity to tell them exactly how to treat you, and instead you decided to make them become a mind reader and figure you out. And it's really a mind game. So how can playing mind games with somebody, negative mind games at that, how can that not be a fumble? Now, once again, even if you have done that, I'm thinking that it's only a fumble if you try to recover the fumble. You know, like in football, when one team fumbles the ball, both members on both teams try to get the ball back. They want that ball back. Well, in this relationship talk, if we're talking about fumbling, did you try to preserve the relationship? When you fumble, did you try to turn the fumble into just a bobble? You know, because if you bobble, it means that you don't have full possession of the ball. You don't have full control of the ball. But you're getting it together, and hopefully before you get tackled, before you get hit, you get control of the ball. So if you recover the fumble, you may have even gained yards. Like you fumble forward, and now you got a first down. Whereas before, you was about to, take a tackle for or a sack for a loss. You got tackled behind the line, baby. Carol asked me am I buying the new Eagles gear? You talking about the Kelly Green? I want that. But I haven't really seen any of it that I really like. Most of it looked throwbackish, and I'm not really. We'll see, and it's expensive too. Them jerseys are mad expensive. Back in the day, the only jerseys that were really expensive were the jerseys that were authentic jerseys. So they would be like $300, maybe a little bit more. but the replica jerseys would be under $100. Now it looks like those replica jerseys are like $175. I'm like, for a replica jersey? I don't know, dog. I don't know. I might just keep my old authentics. I might just have to wet them with that, baby. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, my good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So, all right, let me see what y'all talking about, man. Do y'all understand? Do y'all fully understand this whole fumbling thing? And have you been fumbling out here? Stumbling and fumbling and fumbling and stumbling and fumbling and stumbling and stumbling and fumbling and stumbling and fumbling and fumbling and stumbling and stumbling and fumble. Cal says, been working 4 and 5 a.m. shifts. Gotta get my rest. I totally understand. You getting up early in the morning to find you another salary. Early in the morning to find you another dollar. Okay. Shirley Cheryl says she has fumbled somebody, but not on purpose. Like, I ain't mean to fumble them. Yeah, I mean, I zigged when I should have zagged. Zagged when I should have zigged. Okay. Oh, okay, Carol. You talking about the jersey? You might buy one too. Shirley Cheryl says you may recover the fumble, gain yardage, and get a touchdown, and realize you don't want that proposal or living arrangement anymore. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So normally when somebody says that that somebody fumbled them or that they fumbled somebody else, that means that y'all already once you commit to fumble in relationships, y'all broke up. It's a dub. It's over. That's the difference between sports and the social part of it. And sports, yeah. Even if you score a touchdown, the other team gets the ball back. They get a chance to score as long as the game is still in play. If there's time on the clock, the other team has to get a chance. And relationships, when people say that they fumbled them, that means like they dropped them. It's over. Nobody recovered that fumble. So it's saying to me, and it might not be saying it to y'all, but it's saying to me that if you consider yourself to have fumbled somebody, you kind of saying that that's the one that got away. That's the one I should have done better by, or that's the one that should have done better by me. It's funny because if you say that you fumbled somebody else, you're saying that you take responsibility for not doing the right thing. If you say that somebody fumbled you, you're basically saying that you did all of the right things and somebody else did the total wrong thing. Now, could that be the actual truth? Because I don't think that it is. It's definitely questionable. In any relationship, I don't care how much you try. You could have been sweet as Edith Bunker. Oh, Archie, how was your day? You ready for your chair? Let me get you a beer. Mike and Gloria and Joey. So you might have been sweet as Edith Bunker. It doesn't mean that you did everything right. It doesn't mean that. For example, let's say as a woman, you cooked for your man, you cleaned for your man, you made sure that you opened your legs for your man, your legs and your mouth. You ain't had no problem with it. You kept him fit, you kept his belly full, his balls empty, you kept a clean house, You held down the kids and all that kind of stuff. Does that mean that you did everything? To some people, they take it like, yeah, that's all the nigga need. Yeah, that's all that some niggas need. He might not have asked you for all of that. He might have been financially well off enough to get you a housekeeper and a babysitter. You ain't got to worry about the kids. You ain't got to worry about the crib. You ain't got to cook, wash, do nothing like that. We got servants for that. But what I do need you to do is lend a little bit more understanding. Or what I do need you to do is stop being so lazy. Maybe there are other things that I need you to do. Maybe I need you to help me out with this business. So we can be better financially well off for the future of our children. Maybe we trying to get this generational wealth thing popping. But you don't want to do nothing. You know, you want to sit on your ass. You think the money just come from nowhere. Or you think that only I'm supposed to make it. Is that a fumble? She was willing to do everything else. Cook, clean, sex, sweet, or whatever. See, every man doesn't want the same thing. So could it be that even though you were sweet as pie and a sex pot, does that mean that you are ineligible for fumbling somebody? No, because the one thing or the other things that your man asked for, you didn't do. Same thing in reverse. A man might be thinking that, listen, I pay all the bills. I make sure that the kids are straight. I'm there for everybody. I take responsibility. I protect this home. I'm the king of this castle and all of that. I do what a man is supposed to do. I cut the grass. I make sure that no oil stains in the driveway. I make sure that all the home repairs are done. I'm a stand-up dude. You ain't even got to, you don't have to go to the car wash. I do that for you. You don't ever have to put gas in your car. I do that for you. You don't ever have to drive a car. I do that for you. Does that mean that I don't fumble anything? No. Because all of that responsibility, all of that financial responsibility and all of that all of those male duties that I'm performing, does that mean that I'm loving? Does it mean that I'm caring? Does it mean that I'm understanding? Does it mean that I'm someone that the family feel like they can trust? Do I keep my word? Or do I just set the standard of what I think is right? There are different ways to fumble, baby. There are different ways to fumble. But to some people, that might not be considered a fumble. Like, shoot, you better take what you can get. That man's paying for everything. He holding it down. He's not lazy and all of that kind of shit. That's what you want. Man, he might not be piping her right. What about that? What if he is doing everything right, but he can't make you, I mean, he on that stopwatch time. He got stopwatch penis. You know what stopwatch penis is. Anytime you're using a stopwatch for something, you know that it's not going to take a long time. So it'll be like tick 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 boom. All right. Oh, your times are getting better. No, they getting worse, sir. They getting worse. He get on top of you. He get on top of you. And he be like, he get on top of you. He be off of you like as fast as a mechanical horse do. He get on top of you, be off of you as like he's a mechanical horse. You know, that's only 8 hours, 8 seconds. You know, with a mechanical horse, you only got to ride the mechanical horse for 8 seconds, and it's hard as hell to do it. It's hard as hell to do it. Stacey White says, fumbled me. He fumbled you? Oh, that's terrible. You ain't had nothing to do with it? That's terrible. That's terrible, terrible thing. Carol Chamberlain says a partnership is both working for the same goal. Everybody doesn't see it that way. So I'm saying, even though a person who says that somebody fumbled them may be saying that out of frustration. Maybe they're saying that out of being hurt. Maybe they're saying that out of anger. But maybe deep down inside, they know that there are things that they could have done or things that they didn't do that would have brought about a different result or a better result than what happened. Maybe they know that. Maybe they know that. But are they taking responsibility for that? Are they representing that? Well, that's what we got to find out. Find out. So that's what we're talking about today, y'all. That's what we're talking about tonight, y'all, on the Daily Go Getimism Show. Different ways to fumble somebody. Different ways that you might have been fumbled. Now, if somebody set the standard or set the expectations of what they want out of this, and you agree to it, and you don't honor that agreement by doing what y'all agreed to do, then yeah, that's considered a fumble. I don't think the other person bears any responsibility for that breakup or that separation or that divorce if they've honored their part of the agreement and you didn't honor your part of the agreement. So, shoot, listen, it might sound odd to y'all, but there's some women out here who will allow their man to cheat. Will literally say, well, listen, you know what I mean? Listen, I know a man is going to be a man, but as long as I ain't got to hear about it, as long as I don't see it, as long as you don't bring me home nothing, and as long as you make sure you bring your ass home and take care of home, you do whatever you do. I'd rather tell you like that than to know that you running around here carousing, lying to me, not being where I need you to be, not doing what I need you to do, and all of that kind of stuff. And then you fuck around and bring me HIV or some herpes or some old crazy shit. Mm-mm. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but yeah, there's some women out here who, I mean, consider that to be their reality. Maybe they don't believe that they can ever deal with a man or ever have a man that won't cheat on them. So they said, well, listen, we're gonna legitimize this cheating. We're gonna sanitize this cheating so I or no other parties get hurt by it. Okay, so if she put it to her man that way, and he still went out and did the most trifling, craziest, most disrespectful forms of cheating, yeah, he pretty much fumbled the ball. He fumbled that. She gave you the green light, dickhead. Maybe she set some kind of rules like, look, don't bring me home no diseases and don't bring home no baby. What did he do? She went and got checked out, got gonorrhea. Getting gonorrhea from your man or your girl? Like, huh? Not chlamydia. Not trick. Gonorrhea. What? And you brought home a baby. A little blind baby, because the baby was born, you know what I mean, from a mom that had gonorrhea, the baby blind. Had yourself a Stevie Wonder. Could have been prevented. They say that love's in need of a love today. Take your time. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nigga, she told you that you could do what you want to. You could have another girl or two. All you got to do is strap up. Don't bring her home no shit. Don't be at home burning and dripping. And don't bring home no children. But no, using ass. I said love's in need of love today. Come on, y'all. Sing. That niggas try. He can't do it the right way. Cal says, don't mess with Stevie Wonder. Listen, people in the industry said Stevie Wonder was one of the biggest freaks in the industry, which means you ain't got to see to be a freak. You know, Stevie got a lot of kids. 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 Cal says you would never be Stevie. Cut it out. Well, Cal, it's not that I'm trying to be Stevie Wonder, but I'm just trying to make an example of how niggas can fumble. Even Stevie Wonder had a divorce. Did he fumble or did somebody fumble Stevie? La la la. La 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 la. Okay. You killed Stevie's song, and I won't join in singing either. Just ruin. My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones? How you feeling? You came here just in time. That's what I'm talking about. Ah. Ah. All I'm saying is you don't make your expectations clear. You don't communicate your expectations, your feelings. Can you fumble? Can that be considered a fumble? You made somebody do the wrong thing by you not stating what the right thing would have been. Maybe they would have been ready and willing to do the right thing by you. Maybe. Maybe. Ooh. Stevie, my man. He's my favorite singer of all time. All time. I think he really is. I don't know. I used to have this debate back in the day about who was better between Stevie Wonder and Prince. What do y'all think? I mean, they both wrote their own songs. They both composed their own shit. They both wrote songs for other people. I don't know. For my money, I take Stevie. Only because Stevie seemed to always write songs that hit with me. I don't care about everybody else, but like I could feel him. Prince would do some crazy off the wall shit too much, and I'd be like, Carol, you mad? You mad? It be okay. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay now. It's gonna be fine. Stevie don't give a shit. He don't give a shit. And so it says fumble at the 1 yard line. Got to be quicker than that. Carol says that's a hard one, but I'm partial to Stevie, and he gives a great show. Yeah, I don't know, man. For my money, I take Stevie Wonder. I will. I take, for the catalog. I mean, Prince has a bigger catalog than Stevie, but they not all good stuff. Like almost all Stevie Wonder songs are worthy. Like he don't miss, and he don't never do no crazy shit. He's like, nah. Stevie Wonder be like, look, I'm gonna make it simple. La 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 la. Like you can't miss with a nigga that just scream out la la la. Like you can sing that shit. You can't la la la. Come on now. He damn near made it okay for you to hum. Prince ain't exactly make it easy for you. Having to play records backwards. You know what I'm saying? Subliminal messages. Like, yo, where's the cliff notes? Where the cliff notes for these Prince songs? Anyway, rest in peace to Prince. Definitely a musical genius. These are just my opinions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm right about Prince. If anybody says that Prince is better than Stevie Wonder, I'm not gonna argue with that. Apples and oranges, baby. Apples and oranges. That's right, Carol. No shade on Prince. And Carol says, I fell in love with Stevie when he did Fingertips at 13. Yeah, I mean, Stevie had the gift. He just had the gift. He was nice with it. Just nice with it. He knew how to write a song. He knew how to compose some music that sounded good. He was funky. Kill you with a ballad. And get you on the dance floor with a fast song. And the cerebral song. Okay, so all right. Okay. So when we talk about fumbling, has somebody fumbled you? Now, a lot of people now online, nobody has fumbled anybody else. I ain't gonna say nobody, but very rarely do you hear somebody admit that they didn't do the right thing. And you will hardly ever hear anybody say that they didn't do the right thing consistently. Like they consistently kept fucking up. And not just in one relationship, but in relationship after relationship after relationship. You will rarely hear anybody say that. And a lot of that can have to do with the fact that social media is a dating app for a lot of people. They on there to try to meet somebody, so they don't want to give off the energy that they ain't shit. Because you can get that offline. All right. So, but for people who say that somebody fumbled them, you hear a lot of that. You see a lot of that. Like, yeah, he fumbled me or she fumbled me. And now here they want to come around and try to do the right thing. Too late. Fumbled me. The thing about people online is that we never hear the other story. We never hear the other side of the story. So we have to either believe the account of the person that says that they were fumbled, or we just got to leave it the way it is. But we have no way of knowing if they're being truthful. I don't know. Are they telling the truth? I don't know. Have no idea. Have no idea. But I'm a strong believer that when the lights go out, the camera wraps and goes, and all of the people who you got a front for or put on a show for, after they all leave, you dealt You have to deal with the person inside. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like to even be alone. They don't like to be alone with their thoughts. Have you ever known anybody that doesn't like to be alone with their thoughts? There are people who always have to be around other people because sometimes your the reality of the things that you've done and even the reality of the way that you feel can be haunting to you. Now, I wouldn't wish that type of situation on my worst enemy. It's like, yes, I would. I want y'all to feel bad as fuck. But for the decent people out there, I wouldn't want them to feel that way. But I've known people who feel that way because they know deep down inside that there are things that they have not done correctly. So they may not want to be alone with their thoughts because they feel like they dropped the ball on something, or they feel like they are inadequate and not worthy of being chosen. You know, it's not always cut and dry, man. It's not always easy. It's not always easy. But if you didn't know or never really thought about this, that's why some people don't like to be alone because their thoughts haunt them. The past, the ghosts of their past, even if they haven't been a bad person, it doesn't mean that your thoughts won't haunt you. You know, when you don't get what you want, when you consistently go for what you want and don't get what you want, it can have an effect on how you see the world, your inner world, you know, your interworld, what's going on inside of you. Carol says, like my ex-husband who fumbled big time over and over. Mm. Yeah, man. Sometimes people at a point where it just ain't no good in them. They just can't find. They can't find the funk. They can't find the funk, Carol. Just can't find the funk. Flashlight, red light, neon light, the stoplight. Now I lay me down to sleep. I just can't. Okay. All right. And so it says entertainers that get arrested and blowing their chance. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that ain't hard to do in entertainment. It ain't hard to do. In entertainment, you might think that you have messed up with the public. And what really happened was that you messed up with your executives. You messed up with the Illuminati, the powers that be, the people in the background that are cutting the checks. And they made it look like you fumbled outside of that. But we talking about person to person. We talking about when you fumbled your wife, you fumbled your girl, you fumbled your husband, you fumbled your man. You know, you can fumble while you're learning. You know, like a young man thinking that he has to be rough with his woman, thinking that he has to be overly aggressive. And I'm not talking about physically. I'm not talking about, you know, hitting her or anything like that. What I mean is you may think that, you know, bossing her around and threatening her and kind of instilling fear in her, like, oh, you better not find out you fucking with no other dudes, or that you got another phone number, or that you talking to somebody, or the blah 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 blah. Like, no, you doing too much, dog. Unfortunately, there are some women who appreciate that level of care or of monitoring. To me, that sounds extremely toxic, but there are some people who sign up willingly for the toxicity, for that type of toxicity. There are plenty of people who do it. That's on them. I ain't got none. I ain't got none. I ain't got none. None. I ain't got none. None. I ain't got none for you. But they about that life. They all about it. So, um, yeah. So a young man might think that that's the way that he'll keep his woman, by threatening her and making her afraid. You know, if I find out you fucking with that nigga, I'm gonna fuck him up and you. I'm gonna fuck both of y'all up. You know, oh, you like that little pretty boy? You like that little punk motherfucker? All right, we gonna see. Wrong, young man. Wrong, wrong, wrong. But somebody told him to be that way. Somebody showed him to be that way, and somebody did it long enough that they actually think that that's the way to be. Wrong, young man. Wrong, 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 wrong. Cal says that's what some thrive on. So yeah, but you can fumble somebody like that. Simple as that. Thinking that you need to be overly aggressive with them. You know, hyper masculine with them. No. You find out you find out the hard way that's how you fumbled them. That's exactly how you fumbled them. And now you can't recover that ball. You don't even, time done ran out. They done ran down the clock. You never even got the ball back. And when you got the ball back, it wasn't enough time for you to score. You lost by 1 point. Devastating. And didn't get a rematch. Y'all not even playing each other next season. Who scheduled this? Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. The Philadelphia Eagles will not play the Detroit Lions this year. So DeAndre Swift would not be able to go up against his old team. It happens. Not this year. Not this year. We played them last year. We won't play them this year. So, yeah. The times when you fumbled them and when they fumbled you. Now, before we get up out of here, man, I just want to talk for a minute about how you feel about the fumble. Like the people who have fumbled you, do you feel, have you recovered from the fumble? You may not have recovered the fumble, but did you recover from the fumble? Were you able to move on? Or were you so, what I want to say, were you so devastated and hurt by the fact that somebody fumbled you when you really tried to let them win? You tried to keep the team together. Carol says, sure have and never been happier. Okay. That's good. That's good because some people don't recover from the fumble. And that's what I was saying earlier about a lot of times people talk about the people who fumbled them and they kind of sound like they wish that things could be different. Maybe they wish that things had been different, but they definitely wish that things are different. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. If y'all haven't caught on by now, we about to do these birthday shout outs, and we've been talking about the times you fumbled them and the times when you've been fumbled, or the times that they fumbled you. Choo. Yeah, not everybody recovers from the fumble that has been committed. Like that turnover was devastating. And that's what happens with a turnover. I mean, with a fumble. When you fumble the ball to the other team, then you turn the ball over. And that turnover is symbolic of the breakup. That means that we ain't, our team ain't gonna win. Season over, everything over. Sudden death overtime. We lost the game. We don't get to play again this season. But you might be lamenting over the past season. Like if only we had done this and if only we had done that, we would have won. Like the Eagles in the Super Bowl. If it wasn't for those referees, I don't care what nobody say. If it wasn't for those referees playing them games, we would have got that ball back. Now, would we have been guaranteed to have scored? I think it was a guarantee that Jalen Hurts would have marched down that field and scored a touchdown. We would not have tied that game up. We would have scored a touchdown and won. And it would have been all green and silver confetti coming from the ceiling, like it was in 2018, February 4th, 2018 to be exact. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious August 4th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Go getters today. Tanya Smith, Milwaukee's finest, stand up. Happy birthday to you. And my girl Jay Desired, happy birthday to you. And Diamond Jackson turning 41 years old today. And my girl Go Getter Miko, Blinds Are Better, turning 51 years old today. And Miko is hailing from the D. And also learning what works for me. Also a go-getter, turning 42 years old today. And Sean Williams turning 54 years old today. And last but not least, Elisa Jackson turning 46 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all and anyone else out there who shares this birthday. Wait a minute. I hope that the day finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious August 4th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing, you do the thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen. Yo, man, listen. It's real out here, son. It's real. And there may be times in your life where you fumble somebody, and there definitely will be times when somebody fumbled you. But I think that we have to take into an account that in order for you to fumble or somebody to fumble you, you have to be in the game. You have to be playing the game in order for any fumbles to be committed or take place. So in the course of playing the game, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to do everything right. It also doesn't mean that even though you didn't do everything right, it doesn't mean that you didn't try, and it doesn't mean that you weren't trying to play the right way. It's just that sometimes the players in the game are a little bit stronger, and sometimes even players on the same team are playing against each other instead of against the other team. But I hope that you all recover from any fumbles that have been committed against you. And hopefully that turnover didn't affect your life in a way that you just couldn't come back today. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. for another Urban Therapy with Sun show. And it ain't going to be like last week. It won't be like last week where tragedy struck in the morning. Everything is going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? All right. So Blog Talk. We gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. 1, 2, on the other side, my boobers. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share the show, and subscribe to the channel. Peace, y'all. All right.